Good morning, everyone. Well, I got the wiring harness in. The other one I tossed over there, I mean, it's could be useful for somebody, I guess. It's not bad, it's just been altered so many times. Of course, now what am I doing? I'm altering this one. In 1970, they came with they came with a breaker just off of the battery for everything. And then by 73, they had a fusible link coming off the battery for everything. And then 3 breakers, accessory, ignition, and lights. So I thought, well, here, let me turn you around. Get my glasses on. The orange one down there, which literally comes from up here, one of the points on the switch. And I've been writing everything down on this one. And then I've got another one. Like I say, by 73, they started to get a little more safety conscious. What I like about it is the fact that you're going down the road and say a wire gets chafed for the headlight, the tail light, the brake light, or one of the other. Well, there's 2 green wires. One goes up to the head unit up here, or this, and just stops. That's it. You get the green wire, you can see it goes up there, it stops. Doesn't do anything else. It could be for the light here, but that's I hooked that up. I don't know if that was an add-on. I could have put it there. Couldn't think of it. I'm thinking now. And then you've got another red wire that comes up there. I actually got a black wire, but I blanked that off because it's a part of the only in neutral will it start. So I changed that, and I didn't have to do anything crazy with the wiring harness. So those are the 2 things. And then you've got a green wire that comes up there and stops. Yeah, I talked about the green wire and a red wire, and they just go nowhere. Like I say, you can see the green goes up to number 10 and does nothing. And there was another one that came up here that did nothing too. Pretty sure. Yeah, the tan wire comes up here and does nothing. The tan wire, normally tan wire is like your power coming off of the relay. The tan wire. Like I say, later on, I think that one is the one that's a fusible link. But anyway, I still have the breaker over here. Where'd you go? Up. There it is. Got the breaker there. I just attached it to the side rather than hanging it off with a piece of copper pipe or a flattened piece of copper. So I did that way. But so I went ahead, and now the ignition, like in subsequent years, it's a white wire going down, and it will be a white wire. I had to order some more of the solderless connectors. So this is going down to the points. But instead of this orange wire powering this, I kind of made that an ISO circuit, which by 73, they were doing that. So it's now a white wire, and it is breakered from this breaker. Lucky I got some of these clips from a 93. I've got the plate that used to go up here in the 93. There was like 4 or 5 of them. So I saved all that stuff when I fixed that. I rebuilt that 93 that was in that wreck. So I don't know. Right now I think they're 30 amp. Maybe somebody could chime in. I mean, this is the ignition. Maybe it should only be 10 amp. I mean, it's 30 for the whole system, which comes up here with the tan wire. But maybe it should only be 10 for lights or 10 for ignition. And then I just started to put the one over here. This is going to be for the green, which is just for a taillight, and that green that goes up front that does nothing. Then this blue wire, which is lighting, like for headlight and so forth. So that these things will go to one side of the breaker. And here I think I think it says 10. Yeah, as I look at it through here, I can see it better. That's a 10, so that's good. Because I got a bunch of breakers here I've saved over the years. So, so these will go to the breaker, and then I'll run, when I get more of these eyelets, run it back here to, I think it's 14 and 15. So yeah, I'll send it off of one of these, because the blue one come off of here, which was, I forget I wrote on there, but then ignition was over here, and I did have it over here, but I thought, hey, let's put it over here where the tan wire comes in, and the tan wire coming from this. And as I follow this in subsequent years, this is what they've done. So, and they actually say that, you know, the from your power source, all regulator, I've always seen it written that that you should put it to the the breaker, but I stick it usually I usually put it on here, so it's a direct connection to the battery, gets the best charge it can. I've read that a couple places, and I've seen that a couple. So that's kind of where I deviated a little bit from where it was going. But like I say, I got the wiring done. I'm just waiting on these, and then I'll have a lighting protection and a coil protection. So in case, and I think it's a plus. I mean, I wanted it to be as truthful to 1970 as possible. Except sometimes you can make things a little bit better. So the wire will be normal, and I'll write it down, which I've done. So in case I ever get rid of the bike, you hand him this and goes, here, so you know what I did. I've gotten so many bikes and stuff, and people change things, and they never, any documentation. It's like when I got this bike, I asked the guy, you know, if you think of anything more, text me, let me know. I never heard from him again. He did watch my, or he knows I have a YouTube channel, and I gave him the channel information. But, you know, I got a set of, I got a crank with this. I got a, I got an oodles. That's why do people come in the door, and I got my flashlight on, they're going, ah! But, yeah, I got so many of these parts with this bike, so I don't know was the motor ever taken apart? I can tell it was probably taken out because things were done, like they painted stuff. So it's kind of nice, you know, to pass it on to the next person if you change it. If you don't change anything, it doesn't matter. But what do you think? 10 amp or 20 amp? For the lighting and the ignition, I think 10 would be good enough. Well, that's about what I've done so far. It's been kind of cold and everything. But spring is coming, and so just tidying up a few things and just having fun out here, you know, in the garage. That's about it. It's a lot. It's back together a lot better than it was. I went ahead and did paint the oil tank because it was painted the same color as that. So I just went ahead and painted it black like it should be. I got I had put new hoses on. I went ahead and put my new Oetiker connectors. And then that one is sometimes, I'll take it off when I do an oil change, and then put that into, that hose I'll put into like a jar. And and start the bike, and as it starts to run clean oil, then I know it's pushed all the regular oil, other oil out. But I always save the oil. I run it through a filter, and then I run it in my tractor in the back. Straight 60 weight oil, and you know, it's pretty good. As a matter of fact, I had, here's the one I took out. And see, I put it filtered and kind of low miles. I run it through a filter. So it's good. I mean, I surely want to get the most use out of oil as I can, because I usually buy 60 weight by 5 gallon amount. And let's see, it's over here. Yeah, the Ultra Plus, I buy 60 weight. And so it's a lot cheaper, about $5 a quart. So that's what it equals out to. It's pretty good. Well, that's about it for me. Hope everybody's had a good week, and hope you have a good upcoming week. Been watching all your guys' videos, very interesting. Often I put in, like on YouTube, 1970 shovel head, and watch out. There's some really neat ones in Japan, but I go through 71, 2, and 3, and just watch what people are doing on theirs. Catch you later. Be safe. Have fun. Life's short. Enjoy and help each other. Bye-bye.